When asked to solve a right triangle, we're really being asked to determine the length of all three sides of the triangle and all three angles. Now, some of these will be provided and some are for us to determine. Here are the tools that we have at our disposal for this. We know that all angles in a triangle add to 180 degrees. Now, often we're told which angle is the 90 degrees, and so that one's done. And that means that the two other acute angles must add up to 90 degrees. We also have our trig ratios. Remember, SOHCAHTOA. And lastly, we have the Pythagorean theorem, or c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So lots of tools. Which one do we use first? Well, every question is different, and you can do most of them in multiple ways. So there's not really any step-by-step process for these kinds of questions. We just pick away at the problem until we've clearly determined and documented all 6 values. Example 1. Solve this triangle. Now, if there aren't any labels on the triangle, we can mark them with A, B, and C, C being the hypotenuse. So angle C is 90 degrees, side B, in our case, 6 meters. And so what do we do next? Well, the angles, we only have one angle left, so that's pretty easy. So let's figure out angle A. 180 degrees minus 90 minus 30, and we're left with 60 degrees. So angle A is 60 degrees. Now note that you could have directly gone to, well, the 90 is used up, so just 90 minus 30, and that's great as well. Either way you can justify it. We're ready to figure out the remaining sides. Let's pull out trig, SOHCAHTOA. And we recognize that we can use tan of 60, and we would have opposite over adjacent, or A over 6. And that allows us to solve for our unknown A. A equals 6 tan 60, or 10.4 meters, using the calculator. And now we're left with one more side to determine, and maybe what comes to mind is Pythagorean theorem. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Or, in this case, 6 squared plus 10.4 squared equals 144 with the calculator again. The square root of 144, you might remember this one, is 12. So our last item here, C is 12 meters. And we're done. Example 2. Solve this triangle. Okay, first step, let's label it up again. C is the hypotenuse. Angle C here is 90 degrees. And we're told that A is 4 centimeters, B is 6 centimeters. And it may jump to mind that Pythagorean theorem would be nice to solve for C right away. So C squared equals A squared plus B squared, or 6 squared plus 4 squared. And we bring that together to be 52. And to solve for C, we have to take the square root of 52, or 7.2 with the calculator. And we could switch over to trig at this point to get some angles involved here, SOHCAHTOA. And we recognize that we can take tan of angle A, and that would be opposite over adjacent, or 4 over 6. Now we're solving for the angle A, so we'll do the inverse tan to both sides, and angle A is the inverse tan of 4 over 6. And we pull out the calculator and determine that is 33.7 degrees. So we're mostly done. We just have to figure out angle B. And that's one. We know that 180 minus 90, so we're left with 90 minus 33.7 degrees is 56.3 degrees. And we have all of our values figured out. We're done.